You should be here in the morning time when I'm making my breakfast. You should be here beneath me to feel me, to heal me. You should be here to wrap me, to trap me, to climb me. You should be here. I'm a good man and I work hard on my night job.
Let me show you what you're missing every day. When you get you ever, never gonna walk away. Well, I got more than just a big stick and some money. You should be here, you should be here. Wah-ha-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha, whoa, wah-ha-ha, wah-ha. Wah-ha-ha, 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 wah-ha-ha.
Woha, 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 ha.
Woha,
Woha,
woha.
ha, ha. Woha, woha, woha,
Woha,
ha. Woha,
woha.
ha, ha. Woha, 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 woha.
Woha, ha, ha,
Woha, woha,
woha.
woha, woha. Woha, woha, ha, ha, ha. Ah,
Oh. Oh. Oh.
hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. It's Jaden XD. We lost two giants, but we need to talk about the black one first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michael Eugene Archer left us for greener pastures. I'll tell you that.
You know, I thought about honestly at this.
That's what I'm going to refer to certain things as greener pastures.
Yeah, they are.
Also, another proof positive message in how we should not talk and comment about people's bodies.
Hello.
And how they look and stuff.
Hello.
If you did not know, we lost D'Angelo at the age of 51 due to pancreatic cancer, which was unbeknownst to the public.
Everybody.
And so peace to his family. I saw his children post on Instagram. They're heartbroken as one would imagine they would be. The other one, that child that he shares with Angie Stone, losing both of your parents in a year is just
less than like 6-7 months.
Sucks.
Yeah, man,
yeah, it just fucking sucks. Like, and they're in their 20s, and so this is primed. Everybody needs their mom and dad. You know what I mean? Like, everybody needs some guidance, especially if they were loving forces in their lives, which it seemed like it was who they were. And so my heart goes out to them. But as a fan, it's a huge loss.
What a giant loss.
And not even just music, not black music, but just blackness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Black history.
Yeah. And also
story.
Perspective, because I saw a beautiful sentiment that was a reminder that D'Angelo was he was very celebratory of black women. And we know how society has gone all Tate. So it was a beautiful reminder that, like, exactly. So it was
it's always good to be my shining example. Look at Adam Sterling's NBA.
Look at Oklahoma. Look at Denver.
East Jackson, Ohio.
But D'Angelo, he celebrated black women. And that shouldn't be lost on us. In addition to him just being just a musical, just savant, voice of butter, and just a beautiful soul and very thoughtful in how he delivered, from the foundations of being a church kid and that showing up in different ways to also just being a very soulful black man who had a very soulful spirit. It is such an immense loss for the
Yeah.
community. You know what I'm
I
saying?
want, yeah, definitely keep your hands and thoughts around Raphael Sadiq, you know, longtime collaborator, bestie,
Hmm.
who also has endured a lot of loss in his life, you know.
Yeah, and
If you're
recently.
unaware of him, yeah, and recently he's lost a bunch of siblings in a childhood fire.
Hmm.
Up until just a few months ago, he lost one of his brothers to cancer as well. I
Dwayne.
want to say pancreatic cancer as well.
Mm,
But you know, I just want folks, you know, just uplift folks if, you know, people don't know how this has affected others. You know what I mean? Because
hmm.
I hate when people like go on and be like, you didn't know him personally or you didn't, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's fucked up.
It's
Like, people can grieve public figures and
absolutely
people can grieve. And also, you don't know what people's personal connection is all the time. That
no.
could be somebody's cousin. You have no idea.
You have no clue. But also,
Um,
just like musically, just being
yeah.
fans is it. It is a great loss. Like I remember
Yeah.
when D'Angelo premiered. Essentially, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
'96,
I
right?
remember when
Yeah.
Brown Sugar, like when the video dropped. I remember
Mhm.
watching the video, and I'm like, that to have somebody a part of your life in that aspect for so long is it, like I said, it's just a loss for the community. Like obviously we have extra hands and extra arms and hugs around his children, around his loved ones who knew him personally, around, like you said, Raphael Sadiq, which we know was one of his close friends, and like you said, collaborator Saul Williams. um
Mhm.
but we also, yeah, we hug each other as well, because this is sad,
Yeah.
and 51 is
Yeah.
young. That is
Yeah.
not a long life, and so it's just a big loss. I want to shout out, like I said, Saul Williams, who did the liner notes for Voodoo, remember.
Mhm.
um
Mhm.
because he's one of my favorites anyway, just politically, artistically. How we feel about poetry aside, or certain types of poetry, should I say, Saul Williams
Yeah.
is, I just have a lot of reverence for him. And then also my dear friend Isamar, who I've mentioned multiple times on the show, and that's where my birthday party was, at her house. She was the hottie in the limo in the cruising video. Um,
Hey.
so I just, little pieces of that history and those connections, and I want to say I play D'Angelo, if not daily, every other, because the various comfort playlists that I hold very
He shows
close,
up often.
he shows up very often. Like Noah's very aware. I told you I do my music lessons in the car. So now we've been doing the Angie Stone D'Angelo connection, and all of those
Mhm.
things, because I want her to also understand empathy. And I was letting her know about how their son lost both of his parents within a 7-month period. And when I play some of the songs, she's like, "Oh, you play that?" So I'm like, "Exactly." So like, this is the connection to that loss. So it's, yeah, we just play a little extra D'Angelo this week. I've been right back in
Yeah.
my neo soul, even though everybody hates that term, back.
Yeah. 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 Same. I was brought back to listen. I told you all over the last decade of this show. January, first week of January 2000, my gay awakening was because
I
of
told you, I
D'Angelo.
thought about you. I was like,
Uh-huh.
my boy knows the time that the video dropped.
Yeah.
I thought
Thank you,
about
Paul
you.
Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it's just so
Directorial genius.
I think you and I were talking about this the other day about how like as you get older, your mortality is like
Yeah,
failing
ever
and your face like a
present.
carrot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want,
Tassels on the titty.
there's been a lot of like, go to the doctor, black men, go to the doctor, blah blah blah. And I'm like, how do I say this? I'll be blunt. That's not helpful. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because when you're a child and you tell somebody to keep doing this and finger pointing, would you do it?
Dogmatic. Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
yeah, no. Like, I think, especially when it comes to something as sensitive as health, because
Yes.
oftentimes, I mean, you and I have talked about it, like, men don't share like that. And so, and
Mm-hmm.
so, like, healthcare is an element of vulnerability and honesty that a lot of people, but in this
Mm-hmm.
case, men don't want to face, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
it's an acknowledgement of getting older, and men have issues with getting older.
Yes.
So I think the greater conversation or the greater help would be lifestyle changes. Yes, doctor, because you can go all the doctor here, there, and everywhere. That doesn't mean anything if it's not applied. Like you know,
Well,
go
listen.
for a walk.
Yes, I agree with you.
you
And
know,
go on, Boki. Spooky
like I
season.
just say this as a
Um,
man who is of about to be 40, and I'm like, okay, well, I can see how this
so
is ridiculous.
I hear you, and maybe the delivery that you don't well receive that, so maybe the delivery has to shift in some way. But in light of everything we've been speaking on musically, to get on my Erica Badu and Jill Scott, I love you, black man. And so also, yes, like get on your method, man, drink your green juices, pull ups in the
Mhm.
park, and also take your black ass to the doctor. Because oftentimes, like I think about my uncles. I just found out that a bunch of them had prostate cancer or have prostate cancer. And like it's not discussed. And also, people don't want bad information a lot of times. They'd rather not know. So they don't take care of those things. And so, yeah, I hear you. Maybe we can figure out a better way to deliver this message, but also like go to the fucking doctor. you know,
Yeah,
lifestyle
I
and
it's like yes, it's like
like
yes, go to the
if I gotta
doctor.
go smash burger my titties, go get your fucking gooch checked out and make sure things are running effectively so that either we are doing preventative things or we're also like catching things early on as opposed to letting shit ride.
Yeah,
Speaking of which,
I
shout out
agree.
to Montel Jordan. Everybody pray for him. His prostate cancer is back.
Oh my god.
I know.
Um, but yes. Also, we
Yes.
lost Diane Keaton this week.
Oh,
Um,
y'all know we speak Diane Keaton's name at the top
she's
of every fall.
yeah, it's her season.
Yeah.
I literally dedicated to her. Queen of masculine sets and prints.
Oh my God. Let me tell you
know,
something. She had on a
Queen of Tom Brown.
she had a seersucker suit on one time, and I was like,
Mhm.
sign me the fuck up, okay? I want to look like Boardwalk Empire too. Like Diane
Yeah.
Keaton made menswear so beautiful.
Mhm.
Looked amazing.
Yeah.
Tailored to the
I
T.
also find it interesting. She never married. She
Mm-mm.
she was romantically linked to some people, which we will. I'm gonna put a boot over that. But
Al Pacino. Who
yeah, and
have you
that and the man who married his daughter.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
well, a
Yeah.
lot of her work is attached to him.
That's the same equivalent to Isaac Hayes being a Scientologist in my eyes. I'm like, help me understand. You know what I'm saying?
Since we're okay, well, yes. Since we're here, I'm going to address that because people have been saying, Jada and XD, have you talked about this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? So yes, R.I.P. Diane Keaton.
Mhm.
May you rest wherever white people go. Um,
I think there's
I
tears,
don't
right?
know.
I don't know.
You see what I mean?
I think
I don't
it's
know where white people go,
well,
so I just
it's different tiers on Patreon, and I think it's different tiers for
the
Caucasian fate.
afterlife.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
Caucasian fade. Okay.
Yeah. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like how we were discussing yesterday, um, uh, uh, Diane Keaton and Meryl Streep and Allison Janney and
Mm-hmm.
that ilk. Maybe we
Mm-hmm.
put them in like we don't know them fully. They still white women, but maybe we put them in like, the middle decent place. You know what I mean? And then there's, others that are like, oh bitch, go to seven hells. like
Yeah.
like multiple
Yeah.
times, like a yo-yo. Um so I don't know. Lily Tomlin,
Total
I put
side
her in a
note.
good place. Yeah.
Did you know? Did you side note? Did you know Yo Yo was on Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah. Recently?
I don't know if she's like within the last few years. Like she was an active cast member on Love and Hip Hop.
Yo-yo.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Kilolo?
Um.
Is
She on
Kilolo?
the remix with Big Teeth. And on the
Yeah.
One Wanna Be Down remix.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yo Yo. Yolanda.
Huh?
Anywho, I just needed to tell you that. But the point is, back to what I was going to say was,
Shout out to
so
her.
Shelly,
Sorry.
so yeah, David Miscavige's daughter is gone
mm.
rogue.
Yes, on
Have you seen?
TikTok.
Yes, yes. I will say, if you send us a link 9 times out of 10, I done seen it before you sent it.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Uh, but
He's the
she is. If you didn't know, she is a former Bigology member. Her
mm-hmm,
father is
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
the czar
Yeah.
of Bigology.
What are like PKs but of Scientology?
I don't know. What are the children of Grand Wizards
ZKs?
called?
Clanlets. I don't know.
Yeah.
Clanlitas.
Clanitas.
Clanitas. Little clans.
I would call this episode that. Clanitas. Anywho,
Sorry.
David Miscavige's daughter is on TikTok expressing all of the things that has been covered in every
Yeah,
documentary we
yeah,
talked
she
about on
has.
the
Yeah.
show. There's nothing new information. Every video I watch, I'm like, bitch, I know.
It's just confirmation, but it's like
Yeah.
we knew.
Yeah.
We knew.
Where's your mama?
Exactly. Where is your mother? Is it his? Wait, no. I don't think it's his
Or her
daughter.
niece.
His niece.
It's the niece. It's the
Yeah.
niece. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but where's your auntie?
Yeah. Where's she at? Tell
Where's
us.
her remains? Because I know she's no longer with us.
So she in a well. She in a well.
That's what we're here for. We need to take a break before we go on to this week's episode.
Okay.
I have things to share and tell you.
Okay.
Um.
Just to bring awareness. Ceasefire, no ceasefire. They still.
Oh yeah, bullshit.
Yeah. They're still raining terror on people.
Genocide.
Killing them as they go back to their homes and so
racism.
forth and so on. So, ICE is still up here. Shout out to the queen, the black lady. I'm not even gonna look up her name or anything because I don't want it out there. Who cussed ICE the motherfucker out? Dog shit. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, stop. Not them trying to
Because my fear was like
retaliation later on. Yeah. Mine too. And I'm grateful for all of the protection that she did have from that one nigga and the other little black lady. Um,
Mhm.
but shout out to her. Everybody prayers around. Send her nothing but good good protective energy.
Actually, I don't want to sully the second half of this episode, so I'm gonna tell you all the bullshit in the first half. We'll go to commercial break, and then we'll go into the spooky story. But I want to ruin your day now. So,
Why would at least you declare it this time? Usually you just
yeah,
blindside
you're
me.
welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. First of all, I'm gonna give it like a sandwich. You
Okay.
know, what was like a compliment sandwich. So the funny thing is, one of the listeners, they started doing their own wohahas.
Yo. You all are amazing people. No, no, no.
The funniest part is the song that it is.
I know what
It's
fucking
up
song it
against the
is.
wind
No,
by Laura.
I know what song. As soon as she said, "What someday I push against the wall." Not this Woha challenge.
Yeah. Okay. So we might have to see
Oh,
a thing where y'all do the wohahas for
a
us
Woha
10 years
challenge would
in. We
be
take a break.
amazing. Yes, that would be
I see it.
amazing.
Next up, if you send me any Sora videos, you are completely blocked.
A
I
what?
am sick and tired of AI videos. So
Oh,
Sora is the app from Open AI, aka ChatGPT, where people are creating ridiculous AI slop. I watched James Brown versus Prince in a
no.
cage match on Monday Night Raw.
That's celebrity death. They
Well,
did that with celebrity death.
and then I scroll up, and then I see Rosa Parks fighting a bus in the center of the ring, also on Monday Night Raw. So, whereas I may have found this funny at one point in time,
because I'm
it is
really
not worth. It is not worth ruining the planet and your own brainwaves. Because let me tell you something.
there's not enough conversation around the brain rot. Can we talk about the
Like,
brain rot? We've talked
even
about
as someone
wasting
who,
resources, ruining the earth. We know who the ultimate culprits are. It's the fucking shark. But can you talk
but
about the
sometimes it's hard to like. I find myself, I'm like, oh no, stop it, get away. Like, you know what I mean? There's an article, I think it's the Post, the Washington Post, where they talk about how TikTok
brain rot?
they talk about brain rot and the actual scientific means that way TikTok uses to infiltrate our brains.
Which is where that stupid fucking 6-7 shit. Every kid you ask them what 6-7 means, there's no fucking meaning.
There's none.
There's no meaning. Whereas before, like, if we were Hizzle, Skizzles, Bizzle, which nobody was really talking like that, but when Snoop was really putting that in his music for a period of time, don't rest in peace. Sorry. Every time Snoop's name is mentioned, I just get a wave of disappointment. But anyway, even when he was doing that, like, we knew not that actually came from somewhere, but if you were doing it with words, language, where the Izzle came from. It came from Snoop's songs, et cetera, right? Like, there was an origin. There's no meaning to the shit that they say.
No. And honestly, I'm calling out their parents. Like, a lot of y'all.
Yeah.
If I get canceled today, it's fine. A lot of y'all are the problem.
No, absolutely.
And I appreciate when you talk about parenting Noah in a proper way, right? Where you say, we in the car listening to music. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we are talking, we are connecting. Like
Yeah, I'm like, put that
there's
fucking
no
phone
need.
down.
Yeah. Talk, motherfucker, talk to me. Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
literally what I'd be
And
doing. I'd be like, put it down and let's have conversation. And she's like, okay. I'm like, you about to see these niggas in
yeah,
15 minutes. Like, put the fucking phone down. You have to. And
yeah.
also
It's
by example, because this shit is not just affecting children, it's affecting us too, where we get caught up in doom scrolling, niggas sitting on the fucking toilet until every bit of their bottom half
getting
goes
fucking
numb.
hemorrhoids.
You know what
Everybody
I'm
has a
saying?
hemorrhoid now
You
because
know,
they sit on the fucking toilet too
sit
long.
on the toilet too long, paired with not enough fiber, but also y'all are sitting there until everything goes fucking numb. And then what have you consumed? And this is not a judgment because I have to catch myself and literally say, yo, put this shit down. Or like if Noah sees you doing this shit, what you think she's gonna do? We have to be mindful, man.
Mm-hmm.
We have to like
Mm-hmm.
practice
Mm-hmm.
mindfulness because it's out of goddamn control at this point.
Yeah. The last thing on my list that I wanted to ruin. This is really why I wanted to talk to you. I'm just gonna read the headline for you. Okay. This was today, this morning.
Oh no.
Turkey Leg Hut founder Nakia Holmes arrested, accused of helping man in Houston kidnapping case.
What the fuck?
Well, today at 5, the Turkey Leg Hut is back on the news. One of the original owners is now facing felony charges for allegedly hindering the arrest of a felon. Her boyfriend, that is. Fox's Leslie Delaspore is live at Harris County Criminal Courthouse with what exactly happened.
This is in the Houston Chronicle. I had to go hack because this is behind a paywall, and I said, honey.
Show me how
So
to do
I
that.
found a way to read it. Turkey Leg Hut founder Nakia Holmes was arrested Wednesday morning and charged with a felony after she allegedly hindered the arrest of a man accused of aggravated kidnapping, according to Harris County court records. Holmes, 45, was charged with one count of hindering apprehension or prosecution of a known felon. She's accused of helping Jonathan Saison, a man who days earlier was accused of beating an ex-girlfriend with a tire iron while free on bond on earlier felony charges. He was also charged with aggravated kidnapping and aggravated assault of a family member. Holmes does not have any prior criminal history in Harris County. She is due in court on Friday. Holmes and Saison were both still in jail on Thursday morning. That's today, as we record this. A magistrate ordered Holmes held on $10,000 bail. It was not known if Holmes had an attorney yet on the charge. Records did not elaborate on how Holmes is accused of helping Saison.
That's what I want to know.
In court records, Holmes identified herself as the owner of Turkey Leg Hut and reported having $700 in assets. To be reminded, her ex-husband, Lynn Price, was indicted on federal arson charges in April. The DOJ accused Price of hiring 3 men to set fire to a bar, a business near Turkey Leg Hut that is owned by a former business partner. They was also accused of running a chop shop and selling drugs out of the Turkey Leg Hut.
God damn.
So if you did not know,
I didn't know about the chop shop.
Yeah. I think when we watched that thing, I think I told you I had friends who they bought weed out the thing.
Well, I knew about the weed. I didn't know about
but
the chop shop
thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
We're doing auto crime shit too. Damn.
And a little pit in the back.
Are they like? Is this? I'm wondering if they're going for like a Lifetime movie, or like what's the goal? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say to be original.
Oh, that would track. That would track.
You know,
yeah.
Lifetime seems a little lofty, if you ask me, but I think this is on par with Tubi's goals and.
Yeah, a Tubi movie is appropriate.
It aligns.
Yeah. Put us in the writer's room so we can get that little.
Whoa, I don't know about all that.
I'm happy to join.
I guess I can produce. I don't know how to write this slop. I don't know. This is where you add AI. See, this is where you add. This is where you make.
I gotta get us
You
a. We
know.
gotta get an Asian neighbor who's screaming about the turkey leg smoke.
Mm-hmm,
We
mm-hmm,
need.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We can hire all the girls from Jocelyn's cabaret to be different patrons. Because remember when they put the dress code up, so we can hire the Jocelyn's cabaret ladies.
We need Robin Thede to play Dr. Hadassah to play that lady who
Yeah,
called that white man a colonizer throughout the
yeah,
whole panel on the
yeah,
news.
yes. And then we should. Let's see who should play. Who should play his mother? Let me stop. Let me stop. All
But
right.
yeah,
Well, yeah. If you want
that
more
was the
on
info.
turkey leg hut lore, you can join the Patreon because we have watched an expose and discussed details.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But let's take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, pay bills. You know where to Patreon subscribe every Friday. Yeah. Okay, we'll see. Let's take a break and we'll be back
You know
right
where we
after
at, where we
this.
be. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Leon Swigular, you are a former leader in the Church of Satan, and you are now sounding the alarm about the demonic realities of Halloween. Can you peel back the curtain?
And we're back. This week we're doing spooky Reddit stories.
All right.
I'm gonna read a couple. I have not really read these. These were submitted, and so we're gonna have a time reacting to them all our own. So,
Okay.
This comes from the subreddit No Sleep. So apparently, in this subreddit, they talk about like true things that have happened to them
Okay.
and cause them no sleep.
The fuck?
Let me see if it's a car chase. Yesterday we had a car chase.
LA loves a car chase,
Yeah.
honey.
Every day, ever since OJ started them in '94. That's the birth of the car chase.
Oh, is that that was really the origins of the LA car chase?
They've
was
had
OJ?
car chases before, no, but that's what made it like popular, right?
I'm like,
you know what I
why?
mean? Like how there was
Yeah.
always a shootings, but Columbine made it the thing. But anywho, because to get on TV, to become sort of like
Hood classic.
for the culture, whatever, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. People just do shit just to do it.
No, you're right.
Doing it for the
And y'all
vibe.
got a lot of highways too. All right.
But I went to a wedding. The groom wouldn't stop smiling. I went to my cousin Ava's wedding a few days ago. I'm still trying to process what happened. I'll try to get everything out as best as I can. Ava had been dating some guy named Ethan for the past year. Being in their 30s, they sort of fast-tracked the whole marriage thing. I never met the guy and I hadn't spoken to Ava in a few years, but what the hell? It was guaranteed to be a fun time. The groom walked down the aisle first, a tall, pale male in a dark suit. He stood at the front of the church and smiled. He smiled when Ava walked down the aisle. He smiled as they kissed after being pronounced husband and wife. He smiled as they walked out of the church. It didn't strike me as weird until we got to the reception. When they entered, he was still grinning, that wide grin, and his perfectly white, straight teeth. But up close, it looked, I don't know, wrong somehow. He wasn't really engaging with guests. He wasn't talking or laughing. He was just sort of scanning the place, staring, grinning wide without ever really reaching without ever really reaching his eyes. I guess he's smiling for the camera, I told myself. Or maybe he's a little socially awkward. He figures nothing will go wrong if he just keeps smiling. It got really weird, however, when they served dinner. That face. I watched him sitting at the sweetheart table with Ava, shoveling chicken piccata into his mouth as he still grinned, barely opening his mouth wide enough to let the bite in before immediately closing it. He made loud chewing noises as he chewed while grinning. Have you ever seen someone chew their food while smiling? It looks completely unnatural. Yeah. It looks weird. Smiling with your mouth closed, sure. But showing all your teeth, grinning as you chew, it was so fucking weird.
That's serial killer behavior. I'm like really, I need to paint a picture
think
here.
About it. Right? Yeah, that's weird. They eventually came to our table to say hi. I couldn't tear my eyes away from his face. He was still grinning. His wide blue eyes jittered from person to person at the table. His face looked like a mask. No warmth, no emotion. It was looking like a statue. I whispered this to my sister once they left. There's something seriously wrong with him. Why is he smiling like that? My sister thought I was being a catty old maid. Well, old mister. Shut up. He looks fine. No, he doesn't. He looks like he's madly in love, she snapped back. Stop being jealous. Jeez, Matt. That hurt. It honestly did. None of the other guests seemed to think anything was wrong. They thought it was all fine. Him grinning through the first dance, through the speeches, through the fucking champagne toast. He tilted the champagne flute into his grinning mouth without spilling a drop somehow. This is so weird.
Nah, this thing is a demon.
Yeah. What is wrong today?
Right? I was like, what's going on?
Coast to coast.
LA to Chicago.
Like, and the problem is I don't see them, so I can't
see where they're coming from, where they're going, what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Anywho. I excused myself to the bathroom, but that was my first mistake, not realizing he had disappeared from the dance floor. As I was washing my hands, a stall swung open behind me. In the mirror over my shoulder, I saw Ethan standing there. His skin looked milky white in the bright lights. His blue, bulgy frog eyes stared at me. And he was smiling.
No, I don't like that.
I don't mean that he saw me and then smiled. No. When he opened the stall door, he was already smiling.
No, I don't like that.
He walked over and began washing his hands at the sink right next to me, even though there were 3 other sinks. Our shoulders bumped. Great wedding, I mumbled, trying to be friendly. He turned to look down at me slowly. His blue eyes bored into mine. My heart began to pound. Music's great too, I said nervously, just to fill the silence. He just stared at me.
He didn't kill him.
That's when I
was
realized.
able to write this story.
Yeah, that's when I realized. He hadn't said a single word the entire wedding. There were no vows. He just nodded when the officiant asked if he took Ava as his wife.
Is he
didn't
deaf?
thank the best man.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
He didn't thank the best man after the speech. I hadn't even seen him talking to Ava at the sweetheart table, just smiling and staring. I backed away. His eyes tracked me as I went. Just as I reached the bathroom door, he stretched up to his full height and stared down at me. He looked even taller than he had in the reception hall, somehow under the fluorescent lights. Then he stopped smiling. As his face relaxed, his cheeks sagged. His forehead drooped. The skin of his face began to shift and slide. I froze as his face began to pull and separate from his skull. He grinned, and everything stretched back into place. I finally leapt into action and darted out of the bathroom door. I went back to my sister and grabbed her arm. We have to get out of here, I breathed. Ethan, Will you shut up already? She said, barely even looking at me. And then Ethan sauntered in, long legs carrying him smoothly across the dance floor. He slowed as he passed our table, on his way back to Ava. He reached out and squeezed my shoulder. It's been 3 days. The skin in my shoulder is pulsing with pain, like it's infected somehow. And I can't help but notice, every time I look in the mirror, my face looks a little saggier, a little looser, like it isn't attached quite the same way anymore. So I've started smiling more, just to hold everything in place.
He's a demon! Did they take that from Smile?
Probably. That sounds like Smile, don't it?
Right?
Yeah.
They took that from
It
Smile.
sounds like a movie. This gave very like, you know, the problem with Reddit sometimes it's like maybe it's fake or not. This seems well written that it was like maybe this was lifted from somewhere.
Yeah. No, that was okay. That was good. That was good. That was good. I like a good story.
Mm-hmm. This one comes from True Scary Stories. The shadow washed us sleep. I was at my best friend's house, and she always used to tell me about odd things that happened there, like hearing their mom calling for them when she wasn't home, seeing someone standing in the kitchen who vanished, hearing footsteps from the abandoned house above them, or seeing someone standing outside their window at night. The last time I slept over, we were talking about one of those things before drifting off to sleep. Her dog, Simba, was sleeping next to me, calm and quiet. A while later, I felt something brushing against me, like a light touch and a slow pull on the bedsheet. I woke up, a bit scared, and saw Simba standing on the edge of the bed, staring straight at the window. Then she started barking like crazy, something she never did. My friend woke up and told me not to be scared, just to sleep it off. The next day, she told me that there had been the shadow of a man standing outside her window watching us. She said she was the only one who could see him, and it wasn't the first time this had happened. Taking a long break from sleepovers. That's crazy. That's crazy, lady. Like, you see dead people.
What if it was her brother? That's why
That's
black
creepy.
parents always ask. They got brothers, which is problem.
That's super problematic.
It's problem.
They got brothers. Did they have an uncle that lived there?
Which valid but also problematic.
That's hella problematic. If you are a product of the 80s, you had to
You got asked
endure
if they
so
had brothers
much.
or uncles or a father in the house.
Mm.
Woo. Okay. Shall we take a break and come back?
Yes. Let's take a break and come back.
Okay.
Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I can guarantee you anything that has to do with celebrating death or partaking in a night of the year or even the celebrations leading up to that.
And we're back. We're doing spooky, scary stories. Say no to AI videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stop it.
The fact that they're making it harder and harder
to differentiate, and they're just making it so easy to do. And then also, a lot of them are racist, and a lot of like I hate clapback videos. Like those are rooted in racism and minstrel.
I told
shows.
you those black
And it's
girls
just
sitting
like,
there eating ribs and with the whole bone, putting it in their mouth while they like.
and I bet you, and everybody who creates them look like them people who did the Young Republican text thread. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. White people.
Wait, what is this? Hold on. What should I be Googling?
Young Republican text thread. So Politico posted this expose of this text thread of the Young Republicans of New York. And you could read some of the text messages that you may see.
Wait, do they have them? Are they all videos? Let me see. Oh!
New fallout tonight from a racist and violent group chat involving leaders of some young Republican groups, as reported by Politico. The outlet obtaining more than 7 months' worth of Telegram messages in which they say members muse about using...
You want to talk about spooky stories?
Yeah. This is why Chris Rogers said we should watch the news for spooky season.
Okay.
It is a very long article. If you,
okay.
But it's a free article. You all can go on the Politico.com and look. Or you can go on YouTube and CNN covered it.
All right, so I'll start here.
I do want to say the text messages are very, very.
Trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning. Even for me, because I laughed. I was like, "This is very inappropriate for me to laugh at," but even though it's about me,
Giunta was referring to an upcoming vote on whether he should become chair of the Young Republican National Federation, the GOP's 15,000-member political organization for Republicans between 18 and 40 years old. I'm going to create some of the greatest psychological torture methods known to man. We only want true believers, he continued. That's a quote. 2 of the members of the chat responded, everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber, and everyone that endorsed but then votes for us is going to the gas chamber. When do we start bullying, dude? We have a solid 3 people who can probably have them want to jump. If they vote for us, why would they be okay, let's keep going.
Mm-hmm. Some things you can't read out loud.
Can we fix the showers? Gas chambers don't fit the Hitler aesthetic. I'm ready to watch people burn now. We got to pretend we like them. Hey, come on in, take a nice shower and relax. Boom, they're dead. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, all right, hold on. Oh, it would be a motherfucker. I just looked at who wrote this.
I was about to say,
and he looked like a motherfucker who would write some shit like this. He looks like a fucking loser.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a loser. It's always a big fucking suck your mother's titty ass loser. Look at this. Look at this pie face motherfucker here. These are a bunch of little dicked incels.
Mm-hmm. Who think they're the superior race, and they all look like
I love Hitler. Yo, y'all are insane. Look at this motherfucker here too. Look at all of them.
Yeah.
Nah. We don't. Okay, back to these stories.
Anyway. True Reddit. True scary stories. I want to switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
This is it's a spooky story, but it comes from Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
Which we're familiar with. Am I the asshole for being pissed at my friend for taking my dead baby's name? In 2024, my husband and I were expecting our first baby. I was 5 months pregnant when I had a placental abruption, and my baby passed away after an emergency C-section. I was devastated and depressed. I'm still grieving, and have a hard time being around babies or attending baby showers. 2 months postpartum, my husband's cousin's girlfriend. That's what took me so long.
Hold on. My husband's cousin. Oh, copy. Okay, got it.
Got it. You see where I struggle?
Yeah.
My husband's cousin's girlfriend asked if we could talk. She'd gone through a miscarriage at 5 or 6 weeks and wanted someone to talk to about her grief. I told her I wasn't in the right headspace for that, but she begged me, so I consoled her.
Girl.
At red flag number 1.
Right.
We need to talk about that. Emotional regulation and demanding emotional work from people. Anywho, in my head, though, I was angry. She was comparing her experiences to mine. She knew what we named our daughter. It was a combination of my husband's and my names. It was perfect. We made Day of the Dead altars of our babies last year and got closer.
Mm.
In January 2025, she told me she was pregnant again. I was still grieving but happy for her. She found out she was having a girl. In August 2025, she said she was having medical complications and would have to deliver early. Her sister-in-law and I planned a surprise brunch for her, cleaned her house, and set up a baby corner. A few days before she delivered, I visited her with flowers and fresh juice. 2 days later, she gave birth. I didn't go into her hospital room, but I wanted her to know I was there for her. A few weeks later, when my husband and I visited to see the baby, I asked, "Well, what did you name her?" She said, "Isabella Guadalupe Socorro," the great grandmother's names. She and her boyfriend laughed about it. 3 weeks later, I was doing her mother-in-law's hair and mentioned how nice the name was. She laughed and said, "No, they didn't name her baby that. Oh, no, they didn't name her name that. They named her Amelia, or Emilia with an E. That's the name of my baby." I was furious.
Wait, they
I went
laughed
to her
at the
house.
name? Oh, sorry.
I was furious. I went to her house the next day and asked her why she chose that name. She said, "I forgot."
Bitch.
What? I have the name tattooed on my arm. It's in my Instagram bio. We bonded over our grief. She
Oh.
later admitted she told only 5 people and that it was supposed to be a secret. So I wasn't supposed to know.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Sorry.
wait, hold on. "Oh, thank you for sparing my emotions, but fuck you. There was no way she forgot. If she had, she wouldn't have kept it a secret. So am I the asshole for being angry at her for using the name? I think I'm right for being pissed."
All right, let me just get this straight real fast.
Mhm.
When she went to go visit after she had the baby, they gave her a completely different name than what the
Isabella
baby's,
Guadalupe,
which was the
their great
grandmother.
grandmother's names.
Okay.
Mhm. And her boyfriend laughed about it.
So my first thought when they said the name to her is when they laughed. I'm assuming.
And she didn't find the real name out till 3 weeks later.
So my very first thought listening to this was these is Negroes or Latin Negroes, because when they said it was a combination of two names, I knew only some Dota shit came from one of my people or one of my people.
Before I saw Isabella, I said, "Oh, Sin Cloverton."
Yeah, exactly.
Overclear.
So that was my first thought. I was like, that only some Dota shit, like combining names sound like it's some nigga shit. Okay. Some nigga shit or some Latin nigga shit. Secondly, you didn't forget because you wouldn't have lied to me about what the baby's name is in the first place. So first and foremost, I'm writing that down. Okay. So when your baby gets old enough, I'm going to tell your baby that your mother is a sinister bitch. Your mother lied on you when you was just days old. Your mother lied on you because she told me your name was a dead grandmother's name. May Isabella, OG Isabella, haunt you for the rest of your days for using her name for some bullshit, first and foremost.
Yeah, like y'all have a whole ofrenda. You don't think nobody's from the ofrenda gonna come back and be
Right.
like, "Hey."
Hello. That little nigga was not allowed to listen to music for the first 8-9 years of his life. You know what I'm saying? In Coco.
Yeah.
Because of the ancestors. I hope the ancestors come back and haunt your dirty draws. Like I hope they haunt
Like that is
your
so
dreams. May you not know any
grimy.
peace because you lied on your baby first and foremost. You stole a dead baby's name, then you lied on your baby. You lied or you used a great grandmother's name, abuelita's name, in order to continue this lie. Your household will not know peace. You brought
Never.
that baby into full-blown emotional chaos. No, you're not the asshole. Girl who wrote the story. You're not the asshole.
No, you're not
That
the
bitch
asshole,
is the
and you should
dickhead.
beat that bitch's head.
That bitch is the
Yeah,
dickhead. Like the minute that you
because
heal, because I'm gonna allow you to heal, but the minute that you heal, we are shooting the fucking fair one. I'm also holding a grudge. I'm also gonna tell your baby that you lied on her way later on down the line. Like I'm gonna ruin your life for decades. And
why
I'm
would
gonna
you tell
call on the
baby
power of
your
Isabella
baby that
as
your mama
well
lied on you? Did you know that?
to contribute to this. You getting a spiritual ass kicking. You are.
This is where you send that child a card every year and tell at the bottom your mama lied to you. It's like,
Yeah.
what did mommy lie to you about? And you won't ever tell her until she turned 18.
I lied on your name because
Yeah.
because you named after a dead baby that I knew I was doing some grimy shit when I did it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That bitch will never
And
know
like,
peace.
it's one thing because Amelia is a fairly common name, so it's like that's one thing, right? But the fact that she was like, "I'm not ready to grieve my own shit, but you up here forcing me, so therefore we forced a bond and grieve together." So you know how
You forced me. You
sticky
stole my
this is
dead
gonna
baby's
get.
name after you forced me, and it pushed on my emotional boundaries. You stole
Yeah.
my dead baby's name. You lied on your baby. You named you.
Mhm.
Yo. Then you lied on the
This is some ethnic shit.
Yeah, this ethnic as
Yeah,
fuck.
this is giving me like Central California behavior, if not, like Sacramento, Bakersfield, that kind of
That's
thing.
a weird place. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is very because it could go either way. It can go either brown,
That's
whichever on the spectrum. You know what I mean?
that's a spooky story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hope she fights them. I hope she shows up in a dream.
As soon as that baby hits a preteen, I'm gonna be like, "Do you know the origins of your name?"
Yeah. I think we're gonna wrap up early. I have one more story.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple more, but we have a big holiday extravaganza next weekend, right?
Yeah.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, in 2 weeks.
No.
Damn, how long is October?
First of all, it's long and quick.
God damn, I didn't know we had an extra week. I was like, okay, we have a spooky season. Okay, it comes to an end. No,
Long and quick.
no. Oh, but I should tell you
It's like a
about
dick
this.
that worked. Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you the story, and then I'll tell you what I watched.
Okay.
This also comes from the Our True Scary Stories. My wife stepped on something in the lake. The next day, they found a body. I always fear this. This is why I used to avoid going to Central Park because until when I when I lucked up on found a body, it was nobody in Central Park. They laid dead straight on the train track at Chambers Street. It's like in New York, you find things that I'm going to avoid at all costs, like working in Times Square, taking the G train. All those things like you try to avoid as a New Yorker. Ended up happening to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got hit by a car.
Going
I had to
to
get
Queens on the
exit
train, you was
traffic.
robbed.
I was
Stop not
robbed at
laughing at you.
gunpoint. Like everything bad that I never wanted to happen to me in New York
happened to you. Damn, you right.
But yes, the dead nigga that I found was not in nobody's park. He laid there straight on at the J at Chambers. And I was so mad because it was late night and we were coming home from the club. So I'm like, I'm ready to go home. And I lived off the J at Myrtle. We all know how sticky that can get. So it was just like I was there for an extra
nobody
hour.
have a budget to take no cabs at certain hours.
No, this is before Uber.
Yeah.
So
when you still had to call Puerto Rico or Rainbow.
Mm-hmm. So I remember I had to take the 4 and I'm going back down to downtown Brooklyn and then take the bus. It was a long, but that was a day.
I haven't run up on a body. Two worst scenarios. somebody took a shit on the train, and
Oh yeah,
that's a pretty bad one. That's a pretty bad
and
one.
low key common.
Yeah, more
Or
common
not
not
uncommon.
It also was the 4 train at a certain
Yep.
point.
I
The
knew it was
4
a green
train
line. I was like, it's either the 4 or
in
the 5.
between
It's after the
certain
other 5.
stops at a period of time was just always on some it was always on some shit.
Always on the South Bronx too, between South Bronx and Harlem and the East.
That was exactly where it was. It was exact. I want to say, actually, I think it might have been at like Burnside.
That specific spot, train station, yes.
181. It might have been. It might have been at Burnside where I discovered that lady had taken a shit on a train. Yeah, that's always a really, really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what's your story?
Sorry. A few years ago, when my daughter was a toddler, my wife and I used to take her to a nearby lake to picnic, swim, and unwind. It was a peaceful spot, quiet, not too crowded, the kind of place where you could easily forget about the world for a while. One afternoon, we'd finished eating. My wife decided to go for a quick swim while I stayed on the beach with our daughter. I watched her wade into the water, the sun sparkling off the surface. A minute later, she suddenly stopped and turned to me, shouting something. At first, I couldn't make out what she said, but her expression was off. Then I heard her clearly. I think I just stepped on someone's face. I froze. I froze, thinking maybe she was joking, but the look on her face wasn't playful. It was pale and terrified. She quickly started making her way back to shore, her legs moving faster like she couldn't get out the water fast enough. When she got back, she said that while she was swimming, her foot brushed against something soft. At first, she thought it was a rock or a patch of seaweed. But when she pressed her foot down, she felt the unmistakable. But when she pressed her foot down, she felt the unmistakable shape of a face beneath the water, a nose, an eye socket.
Oh!
She swore she felt the hollow of the eye. I considered going in to check, but something in my gut stopped me.
Hell no.
We packed up and left right after that. The next day, the local news reported that a young boy who had been missing for days was found drowned in that same lake, not far where we had been. To this day, my wife is convinced she stepped on his face.
Oh, imagine if it bit her. Hey. There's a horror story.
That's funny. Yeah.
Ew, and then and then your toes go into the eye sockets. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
And I'm going to leave it right there.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah. More spooky stories to come.
We're doing
yeah.
we're doing Jade XD spooky content our style over on the Patreon, so make sure you sign up for that. Check out YouTube where we do our 90 Day Fiancé the other way recaps. The recap next week will be doubled up from the episode for this week. So but you can go check out the first 3 or 4 episodes so far.
1 through 5.
Oh, there you go. 1 through 5. And yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Bye, hoes.
Yes, we're moving.